Hey everyone, it's Stephanie from My Porch Prints, and today I'm going to do a little craft with me video to make these sweet little mini journal word tags. This is from a printable kit in my Etsy shop, and they're really just fun for using to embellish your journal. You can hang them from lace or other places in your journal, and so it's just a quick, fun, easy little project. And having the printable kit makes it even easier. So let's go ahead and just get started here. So I've already cut out some of the tag shapes from the kit, and we're going to be working with these. And then the kit also comes with some printable journal words, and then it also comes with some printable papers, just some small printable papers. And those are great for just decorating and layering. So let's go ahead and do that. So to get started, some of the things that I'll be using are distress ink. I'm using Vintage Photo Tim Holtz distress ink. And then I'm also using this small punch. It's smaller than a regular punch. And I'll go ahead and put a link to that down below in case you want one for yourself. And then I'm also going to be using these bulb pins. And again, I'll just put a link to those down below. And then I'm also going to be using some various embellishments just to experiment a little bit. So the first thing you do after cutting out your shapes, or the first thing I like to do anyway, is to ink around the edges. And that gives it a cool vintagey look. If you've done any kind of junk journaling or other crafting, you're probably pretty familiar with this technique. It's pretty popular to give things that kind of vintage look. And then you'll also want to choose your journal words. I've already used a few of them, but I'm just going to go ahead and go kind of down the line here and just take the next, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've just printed these one-sided, but if you wanted them to be printed on the other side, you could use, if you have a printable paper, I sell a lot of them in my shop. Any design would probably do. But mostly these are just going to show on one side, so I didn't bother printing on the other side. And then the next thing I like to do is to tear pieces. I mean, you could cut them if you want, but I kind of like the way they look when they're torn. And I just kind of randomly pick some here to help give it more of a layered look. And in addition to layering with the printable papers that come with the kit, you can get really, creative and use some other materials too. I've got some cheesecloth here. I'm going to use a little bit of that. And then I've also got some flowers and beads and other embellishments that I'm going to use. And then I like to ink the edges of my papers too. Alright, and then next I'm going to just glue my little paper scraps onto my tiny little tags here. I may need some regular glue for this part, since these are a little more dimensional and may not stick with the glue stick. I'm not sure how well that'll work when I put the journal words on there. I think I'll use it on this big one. Yeah. And now we'll go ahead and punch some holes. If you don't have a micro punch like this one, a little punch, then you could probably just put the pins through without punching a hole and it would probably still work. I'm going to cut some of these smaller to fit the word a little better, and then that'll help it also to fit on the tag a little bit better too. Okay, and we're almost done. Now that we've got our holes punched, the last thing to do is to take our little bulb pins and just go ahead and string them up. And there you go. Easy peasy. All right, thanks for watching, everyone.